Right, I started the picture by putting a white pencil in. There's not all the sky in this, so we don't have to work too hard on it. A little bit of grey, another blue. Now, I don't want to make it too detailed, so I'm looking at the clouds being something like that. Now I fill that in there. So what's left, of course, will turn out to be white clouds. Background, hills and detailing. Now what I'm doing now, this is a river. It's the River Thames, in fact. It's just Gravesend, where I used to live. Right, now I want to put this distant hills in. What I'm going to do here, I've already rubbed the sky, a little bit of sky colour into these distant hills, but we now need to use a bit of grey. You're not going to see very much on the screen, but the importance of this would be to have some pastel that I can rub other colours into. Can't have too much detail there. Now I'm just going to use my pastel blender now, just to blend that in. This is going to be in the distance, quite a long way away, and we don't have to be too detailed. Now, a little bit of grey now. Okay. That's nearly finished. I'm not going. The fact that I've put the white in there will give me the obvious line of the water that's been reflected. Now I've got to do the trees in the background now. So I start by using my mid-tone green. Carefully go through into the and around the subject. Alright, I'm just putting a little bit of detail in. This is going to be virtually hidden away by the time I finish with it, but it's enough to give us a structure. Now this does take again quite a long time, so I'm going to just do one section. I've already done this over here. Now you can get an idea of what it will look like, and here I'm just filling in using a dark green. When you see me twist the pencil around like that, what I'm doing is just getting the sharper edges. Now there's some nice detail on this roof here. So I've already put the white in. Now I'm using the ochre, sort of ready ochre to. You see how much control you've got over the pastel pencil. Think how small this is, and the rest of it now can be filled in at my leisure. On the other side of that to make sure. There we are. And that's filled in, and that will be, once that's finished, we'll just use our colour shaper just to push it in. Remember, I want this to be textured. It is tiled roof, so I don't mind the fact that it's got a little texture on it, but not too much. The colour shaper just gives me just the smoothness that I want. I think you can see that quite well. Now we finish it off. I've finished the roof there, so let me just show you how I did that. I'm using an ochre. I'll just put a very general colour on first of all, and then we'll just put a little bit of ochre in there as well. This is just really just to stop the colour from being too severe. Now here we have to be careful because we don't want to overblend, but you can see, I hope you can see the difference between one and t'other. It is small, so I'm pushing my luck really showing you this. There we are. Now, having done that now, because we've got the ridge on the pastel paper, we can use the pencil just to indicate the tiles. Now you can't see what I'm doing, I'm sort of dot dashing as I go along there. You've seen this in other videos I've done. Dot dash, it gives the impression of tiles, and because I'm varying the strength of pressure that I'm putting on it, you tend to get the illusion of tiles. And then just go back in with a here and there with an extra little bit of weight. See that? Now just down here I'm going to make that just a little stronger because I want the light's coming from this direction, so I want the light that's hitting this side of the building to be a little bit stronger. Right, now here we've got the little windows to worry about now. Now this is very delicate. I've already put white in there, so what I've got to do now is very carefully put the Payne's grey on top. You can see there's not a lot of margin of error there. That will do. Fine. Now I've got to do the other two windows the same. And just while I'm here, I'll just show you what I've done here. I've added a little bit of ochre to this, and I've made sure that I've got the light hitting the side of that because that's a lighter edge. So everywhere else has got the, and also the green that I put in, I've added the green. I'm going to add some more strength to that now. It's all worked out that there's a lot of greenery going into this picture, so I've got everything has got to be separated, but now I'm working on a slightly darker colour, and again I should be working on that. The other thing is I've got to need some shadow over there, so I shall put that in with the stronger colour. Now that looks a little severe, doesn't it? But what you can do here is you can bring the colour you first used back again and just bring it like that. So you've got a little bit of shadow coming in there, like that. Beautiful. Now I can't go into here with this colour because it would be too strong. And finish off down there. But what I will do is to go in with the original colour there and still do it, but with a much lighter touch. You know, you should look at that. It looks pretty good, doesn't it? And just underneath there we just have a little bit more weight. There we are, and I think we'll have to leave it at that. Right, once it's finished, we take it off. Take it off with care. It's always an interesting bit because you get all of the little nice, clean, neat little line. You see that? That looks sweetheart. Now we've got to put it into a frame. Well, there we are. I've put it inside a 6x4 mount. Now you just put a frame around it, and boy, what a difference that makes. I think you'll agree. Make sure it goes in all right. There it is. There. What a pretty little picture.